What up? It's TimmyT2009 and I'm back with another Thomas Wood custom model segment. Now before we start this one, we have 25 trains to cover, but I want to say a few things. So the first thing is that there is one custom in this pile that is not on screen, and that is Kelvin. Because Kelvin has a little chip on one of his wheels, so that's being fixed. He's in there, waiting to be dried, but I'll show him soon. I think I might also make Dodge a Sky and Tori soon. The other thing I want to say is, I was originally going to make a video called Thomas Wood Upgraded Engines plus New Ones, which would be these guys. There are some other Wood engines in the progress, but I thought, why not show these since you wanted to see another custom model segment? And I can't let my fans down. So, we will start with this engine here. So this is an orange saddle tank engine, and this is none other than Tails the steam engine, otherwise known as Miles Tails Prower. Miles is his real name, but Sonic gave him the name Tails. Because in Sonic the Hedgehog, the games, the shows, and whatnot, Tails is a two-tailed fox. He has two tails so he can fly. And the Each family gave me the idea to make Tails using Percy. I don't know if or when Mega Hedgehog X will make Tails, but it would be nice if he does. That would go for Amy and Knuckles, but other than that, I think Tails is a pretty nice addition to Sonic here. They both look pretty good together since they're best friends. And what is Tails' face? Well, it's actually supposed to be Percy's face, but edited to look like Tails. This is a hand-drawn face, but this is how I imagine Tails' face would look. But what's quite funny is that Tails' face almost looks like Percy's face, now that I think about it. But do you like Tails, the steam engine? If so, tell me in the comments below. I would like to make a Bachmann Tails as well. Now, before we move on to the next engine, I've got a few questions for the E2 family, and a few things I want to say. So they're about my custom wood engines, Amy and Knuckles, who I do plan to make soon. So I will definitely make Knuckles using Henry, but the Each family wanted me to make Amy using Lady. Now, that isn't a bad idea and all, but there was another idea that just popped into my head. So I thought about making Amy using yet another Percy model, but this time painting it pink so that it looks more like Amy. And if I were to make Amy from Percy, what face would I give her and what number should I give her? But more importantly, I hope that the E2 family won't mind if I make Amy using Percy. Like, that's just one thing I would like to do, but if it's okay with him. I mean, if he wants me to make Amy using Lady, that's fine, I will. But I would just like to make Amy using Percy, but that's just me, if it's okay with the E2 family. I'm sure he might say yes, because we are best friends. Because he comments on my videos, he likes the customs I make, and I like the customs he makes. Like, recently he made Liam and Train Boy 17. That had me pretty excited and happy at the same time. He said he was going to repaint Liam. I will show Liam in the upgraded engine custom model segment, because I have Liam painted BR Blue, which is the same shade of blue as Sonic here. You may be asking, what shade of paint did I use? I'll tell you when I do the custom video with Liam, showcasing him. But now let's move on to the next custom. So this is Shadow, the steam engine, who I guess would be another hedgehog like Sonic. But except he's painted black and he's a steam engine. This is Shadow, the steam engine made by Mega Hedgehog X. Now I should say about the face, I think Mega Hedgehog X made Shadow have a smile, but I just decided to give him a frown, just to change him up a little bit. Because Shadow isn't happy too often. And originally he had the number 90, but Mega Hedgehog X gave him the number 2. So that's something I had to fix about Shadow. And I made Shadow from Lisa's model, because Lisa is a private engine. But I thought about making my own pink saddle tank engine named Lisa, but changing her up a little bit. He said he was going to make a custom Furby, his own OC, named Furby, either from a saddle tank engine or that shape James and Edward are. But what do you think of Shadow, and what do you think of Tails? They look pretty good with Sonic, and I will use them in Thomas and Lady's Equestrian Adventures. Now, before we move on to the next custom,
Are you going to take a break in between videos?
Yeah.
Okay.
How many minutes are we in?
5.
So let me point out that I will use Kyra in Liam and Cadence, which is the next episode, episode 8. But the Ichi family said that I should hold on to her until episode 8. Because, he said he was giving her some upgrades. Like, he put the TSFC in the number 6. But originally, let me tell you the plot for Kyra. So she's going to be in Smokey Joe's gang, and she'll be, fighting off the, good engines. But in the end, when the trains decide to leave these bad guys alone, they actually, say that they didn't actually work for Smokey Joe. He was just paying them. So Kyra will turn good back after the end. So, I hope the Ichi family won't mind if I use this design and then later on give her the TSFC. I will promise to do that as soon as I can. But now let's move on to the last 3 customs. We're going to have to hurry up so that the video is not about 16 minutes long.
Do you want to stop here and make another video? Of those 3?
I thought about showing 5 customs per video.
Alright.
Like I did last time.
Okay.
So I think we're doing pretty good so far, if you agree.
Yep.
So now let's look at Blossom.
Ooh.
So Blossom here was shown before, but let me tell you something. So originally Blossom had black wheels, but I decided to paint them the color she is. So who's Blossom, you ask? Well, Blossom is one of the Powerpuff Girls, and she's actually the leader of the Powerpuff Girls. I asked if you liked the Powerpuff Girls, but for those of you who haven't watched the video, I'm going to ask you again. Do you guys like the Powerpuff Girls, or do you hate the Powerpuff Girls? State your opinion in the comments below, because I think the Powerpuff Girls are pretty cute. Their personalities are different, because Blossom claims to be the smart one. Now let's look at this engine. So this is Bubbles, who's number 2 of the Powerpuff Girls. So Bubbles is the cute one. She's mainly the cute one. And she's voiced by the great Tara Strong, who voices Twilight Sparkle in MLP. So I quite like Bubbles. She looks good with Blossom. So she's the second of the Powerpuff Girls. So I think they both look pretty good. And here is Buttercup. Buttercup starts with a B, that's why her name is Buttercup. I mean, Blossom and Bubbles both start with a B, so I guess that's pretty unfitting for Buttercup. And these aren't evil eyebrows, this is just her determined expression for when she's ready to kick some buttocks.
Okay.
And she claims to be the tough one. So, that's Blossom, Bubbles, and Buttercup. I think they're pretty cute. And these are the 3 Powerpuff Girls. So, what do you guys think of the Powerpuff Girls as trains? I got inspired by Train Boy 54, but I decided to make them my own way. So, those were the 5 customs for now. I think we're running out of time, so we'll look at these next part. So, see you then.